If you're not hosting video meetings in your business, I think you're leaving a lot of money on the table. And that doesn't mean that in-person, face-to-face meetings are not as good. In fact, I'm a huge believer that face-to-face meetings done right can be a massive asset to any business. And in past episodes, I've spoken about how we run these short, surgically effective meetings, and I've even given out our actual meeting agenda in the past episodes on YouTube and on Instagram. So search that out if you think that's valuable to you. But there's a lot of reasons why a video meeting, whether you're using Zoom or Skype or any of the other platforms, should be an essential part of your business model. For example, if I ever have to personally meet with a vendor, I would much rather meet with them on video than on a phone call. And certainly I'd much rather meet with them on a quick video meeting than to get 10 or 20 freaking emails from them. Because I want to get all their questions answered right up front. And then I also want to see that they are going to focus on me when I'm talking to them instead of focusing maybe on checking their emails. And I want them to be able to share their screens with me so that they can show me examples of their work during the call, right? And I could get all that done and more during, I don't know, maybe a freaking 10-minute video meeting when it would normally take me a ton of time via email to get all that same things done. It's the same when I need to meet with a team member who needs to show me maybe a document. I'd rather have them show me the document on video and walk me through it in 5 minutes instead of them sending me a friggin' Google link and then having to request access to that Google Doc because maybe I happen to be logged into one of my other accounts at the time and then opening the document and trying to understand everything that's in there, which might take me 15 or 20 minutes or more. But most video meetings, no matter why they're hosted, no matter how good the intentions are when they're set, most video meetings suck. And I'm kind of anal about productivity for myself and for my team. So over the years, we've developed this checklist that everybody has a copy of. So no matter who's joining us for a video meeting, they know exactly, number one, how to come prepared. Number two, how to get the most out of it. And number three, how to support everybody else on the team during the meeting. So I want to give this to you. I want to give you our 10 commandments or our 10 musts of how to host a virtual meeting. Number one, all attendees must boot up and test their system at least 5 minutes before the meeting. I don't want to hear, oh, hey, I just had a reboot, or hey, my software had an update. None of that. All those excuses have to be gone. Number two, they must have their camera on. Like, I do not have video meetings without video. The camera must be on. Why? Because I want to be able to see their environment. I want to be able to see that they're not checking email. I want to see that they're not multitasking. We had a vendor that used to show up all the time in the beginning, and he didn't want to put his video on. And then when he finally put his video on, I found out that he had multiple cats walking around him as we were working. And if that's his thing, that's cool. But when I'm talking, clear all that stuff away so that we get exactly done what we need to get done fast. Those initial meetings with him were always super long until we put the video on. And I said, hey, I need you to be mono-focused on me. And then once we did that and he cleared away all of his cats, we got our meetings done in 10 minutes or less. And they were super effective. Number three, every attendee must be on time. Every single meeting in my companies always start on time. It doesn't make a difference whether they're in person or video. We start exactly on time and everybody must be there on time. Number four, they must clear away all distractions from view of the camera. Now that's different than distractions for them. I'm talking about distractions from what other people see when they're watching people on camera, right? No pets, no kids yelling, no eating. You're not in your bedroom laying on your bed taking a video call. There's no weird photos on the wall, all of that kind of stuff. Clear away all the distractions so that anybody else in the meeting is not distracted by what's going on in your background. Number five, you must be dressed appropriately. No pajamas, no sweatshirts, whatever it is that you would normally wear to a face-to-face meeting, like a collared shirt or something like that, that's what we wear during a video meeting. Number six, every attendee must mute themselves when they're not speaking. Just in case a truck passes in the background, or your kids walk in, or the doorbell rings, or the FedEx guy comes, whatever it is, you've got to mute yourself when you're not talking. Number seven, you must not interrupt whoever is talking. Now, I don't know why, for some weird reason, but this seems to be harder for people when they're on video as opposed to when they're in person. So the rule is this: you take notes when you have a thought. You share those notes when it's appropriate, like when it's your turn. Otherwise, somebody's amazingly wonderful, groundbreaking idea turns into a fragmented piece of that idea because it was interrupted, right? On video meetings, we have to be super crystal clear on that. Number eight, we must close all unused apps. So every single person on the video meeting, whether it's just one person and you, just a vendor and you, or just a team and you, or your entire team, everybody's got to close all their unused apps to make sure that your internet bandwidth is not being slowed down by those apps during the meeting, right? There's got to be no excuses for somebody timing out or freezing, right? We want to get rid of as many excuses as we possibly can when it comes to that. Number 9, you can't be driving during a meeting. 100% focused means you're sitting in a quiet area where you can focus 100% on what we're discussing. I do not take calls. I do not, whether they're video calls or phone calls, I don't take any business calls if somebody's calling me when they're driving. I need them focused on what I'm talking to them about because I want that meeting to be short and super effective. And it cannot be that way if they're not 100% focused on what we're talking about. Number 10, if this is a team meeting, then the moderator, there has to be a moderator, and that moderator must privately chat with anybody who needs a reminder of one of the rules. So as soon as somebody's kids walk in or we hear a doorbell, the moderator would type in just to that one person, say, hey, could you mute yourself? Or whatever they need to tell them. Now, if your company turns this list that I just gave you into a simple checklist, and you make sure that everybody has a copy of this, and they live by it for each video meeting that you have, you'll find that people are more productive on your calls and your meetings are much shorter and people are significantly more productive after the call. It's super simple. Turn it into a checklist and move forward with it. And obviously, the format of your meetings has to be nailed down as well, right? I mean, this is just a list to make sure that everybody follows the right etiquette so that they're productive. But what you cover in your meeting is vital. So do a search and you'll find several videos that I made on YouTube and Instagram about how we run our meetings. And if you want to know the key metrics that we track in our meetings and that we discuss during our meetings, then grab the free report on my website, chrisguerriero.com. It's right on the homepage and it's titled, What the Fastest Growing Companies Track, and it's completely free. Now, let me know in the comments below if you think we left anything out of this checklist. And also, let me know what you'd like to see in an upcoming video.